VasoForce DVT pumps and garments are used for the prevention of deep vein thrombosis. They help by providing controlled intermittent pressure on the lower extremities. Post-surgical embolisms that form in the legs are fatal over 50% of the time when the clot makes its way to the heart, lungs, or brain, and roughly 30% of post-surgical deaths are caused by this preventable condition. Because injuries caused by clotting during immobilization and surgical procedures are no longer covered by Medicare and Medicaid, VasoForce DVT pumps and garments are a good tool to use before, during, and after surgery until the patient is up and moving around and muscles are in action. This video covers the VasoForce SQ, or sequential compression. This mode of compression applies pressure to the legs by distally to proximally inflating 3 separate bladders, one at a time, moving air from the lowermost bladder of the garments to the uppermost. The pump is very easy to use and is lightweight, weighing just over 5 pounds. It can be used with 3 types of disposable DVT garments: foot, calf, or thigh. VasoForce DVT garments are very comfortable. The garments are lined with tricot, a soft and breathable knit material often found in lingerie. The extra comfort helps improve patient compliance. Let's take a look at how to set it up. Find a place for it, either on a bedside table or use the hooks to attach it directly to a bed. Then plug it in. Standard tubing that comes with the pump is 5 feet long, but 10-foot options can be purchased separately. The male parts of the tubing should be plugged into the female plugs on the pump. When the tubing is secure, you should hear a click. One benefit of the VasoForce system is that if only one garment is required, then you only need to plug one tube into the pump and it won't set off the alarm. The tubing is reusable, but with many pumps, the tubing is accidentally thrown away. To prevent this, take the plastic zip ties located on the back of the pump and attach them to both tubes through the plastic hooks on the top of the tubing. A warning on the tubing also reminds the caregiver not to discard. Now put the garments on the patient. Each garment comes with step-by-step visual instructions for putting it on. For example, the foot garment has an illustration for where the foot should be placed and then numbered panels to show the proper sequence for applying. Check the fit with the 2-finger rule. You should be able to put 2 fingers between the garment and the body for proper fit. Next, the tubing should be attached to the garments. Again, you will hear a clicking noise when the tube is locked in place. The tubing is very thick in order to prevent kinking or obstruction. We've designed the tubing to make it very difficult to kink. A coil running through the tubing helps return the tubing to its original shape if it's bent. To disconnect the tubing, simply squeeze the release buttons together. Once the tubing is connected to the pump and garments are in place on the patient, turn on the pump. The machine will initialize and then it will automatically determine which types of garments are plugged in and how many, and then it will adjust the pressure accordingly. If a single garment has been attached, a light will automatically illuminate, indicating this. If no light for a single garment is illuminated, then both garments are plugged in. On the sequential pump, the type of garment will automatically detect whether it's a foot, a calf, or a thigh, and the appropriate compression level will be set. The sequential garment will fill up at 45 millimeters of mercury in the first chamber, then 40 millimeters of mercury in the second chamber, followed by 30 millimeters of mercury in the third chamber for the calf or thigh garments. The sequential pump will inflate chamber 1 for 12 seconds, chamber 2 for 8 seconds, chamber 3 for 4 seconds, and will deflate for 18 seconds. Many people describe this experience as a gentle massage. The full 2-leg cycle is 60 seconds. If the tubing somehow becomes unhooked or there is no pressure going to the garment, an alarm will sound. The alarm won't sound until after it has completed a full cycle and circles back. The reason for this delay is that sometimes patients will be purposely unhooked for a few seconds or turned, and this delay ensures there is ample time to correct the problem before an unnecessary alarm sounds. Conversely, if somehow the thick tubing is clamped enough that air is blocked, the high-pressure alarm will sound. The alarm troubleshooting guide is displayed clearly on the front panel of the pump. The alarm can only be turned off by turning off the unit or attaching the missing garment and waiting for a full cycle to pass. VasoForce also offers the option to use a battery backup. This battery that can be inserted into the pump can run continuously for up to 5 hours. It takes 16 hours to fully charge the battery, but this can be achieved by having the pump plugged in without being turned on. When the pump becomes unplugged from the outlet while the cycle is running, the pump will seamlessly switch to battery power without interruption. For more information on VasoForce DVT pumps and garments, please contact your Medline sales representative or call us at 1-800-MEDLINE.